Hey there, my fellow anglers and fishing fanatics, your old friend here, ready to dive deep into what promises to be an absolutely cracking day on the water. Today we're casting our lines into the beautiful, vast waters of Canada, and our focus is on Sunday, October 26th, 2025. Now, if you're thinking late October means slow fishing, hold your horses, because this particular day is shaping up to be truly special. With stable weather moving in and fish in full pre-winter feeding mode, I've got a feeling this forecast will have you grabbing your gear and heading out faster than a pike hits a spinnerbait. First up, let's talk about those toothy titans, the northern pike. Late autumn is prime time for trophy pike as they are in full-on ambush mode. On October 26th, target their bus stops, main lake or large island points that drop quickly into deeper water, especially with feeding flats around 10 to 20 feet. Also check remaining green weed beds, rocky bars, or areas below rapids in rivers. Use big baits like large paddle-tail swim baits, 5 or 6 inch soft plastics on 1/2 to 3/4 ounce jigs, or a classic 4.5 to 5.25 inch half gold, half silver Williams whitefish spoon. Retrieve slowly to moderately, mimicking confused baitfish as pike are hungry and packing on calories. Scan for baitfish schools with your sonar. Where there's food, big pike are often lurking. Next, let's turn our attention to the elusive walleye. In late October, walleye are actively feeding and can be found across various depths. While often moving deeper as waters cool, mild conditions on this day mean they might be in shallower areas during low light conditions. Dawn and dusk are key. Focus on structures like weed beds, abrupt drop-offs and rock piles, which provide cover and attract prey. Many will be in larger lake basins, but current areas near creek mouths are still productive. Trolling with crankbaits like reef runners or deep tail dancers works well, dialing in your speed and depth. For vertical jigging, use a 3/8 to 1 ounce jig, tipped with a minnow in deeper holes, especially in rivers with current. Remember, walleye bites can be subtle this late in the season, so stay attentive. And for consistent action and a tasty meal, let's talk about jumbo perch. As shallow waters cool, perch gather in large schools, making them a fantastic late fall target. Look for them along the edges of remaining lush green vegetation, or on flats in 20 to 40 feet of water, feeding on shiners, gobies, or crayfish. They often school near extended points from steeper shorelines. The key is finding the forage. Drift to locate schools, then anchor. Small tungsten jigs or spoons like a Northland forage minnow, tipped with a small plastic, a live shiner minnow, or a wax worm, are effective. Don't fear slightly heavier weights if windy, as perch eat larger prey. Use light gear for subtle bites. All right, my friends, let's break down the weather for Sunday, October 26th, 2025, across Canada. It looks stable and pleasant for late autumn. Air temperatures will reach a high of around 11 degrees Celsius, 51 degrees Fahrenheit, and a low of 4 degrees Celsius, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect a mix of sun and cloud with minimal or no precipitation. Stable weather and steady atmospheric pressure are excellent news for fishing, leading to less moodiness and more consistent feeding. Light to moderate winds will also make for comfortable conditions. Now, water temperature is critical this time of year. Canadian lakes and rivers are cooling, but larger bodies, especially the Great Lakes, are holding on to warmth, running 4 to 5 degrees above normal for mid-late October. Average temperatures in many Canadian lakes could range from 8 to 14 degrees Celsius, 47 to 57 degrees Fahrenheit. These cooler but not frigid temperatures boost fish metabolism, encouraging active feeding as they prepare for winter. Fish will seek warmer pockets or deeper, more stable zones. This transitional cooling keeps fish aggressive and on the hunt. Let's talk about the moon. On October 26th, 2025, we'll have a waxing crescent moon, about 20% illuminated, and a few days past the new moon. While some believe waning phases slow things, many experienced anglers find the period around a new moon excellent for daylight fishing. Less nocturnal feeding makes fish more eager to bite during the day as they're focused on finding food. Overall, Canadian fish activity this time of year is all about winter preparation. Fish are in full bulking up mode, actively chasing baitfish to pack on calories. Predator species are highly aggressive. The stable, milder conditions expected for Sunday, combined with this strong feeding drive, point towards an energetic bite, despite being late in autumn. Considering all these factors, my friends, I'm giving the overall fishing forecast for Canada on Sunday, October 26th, 2025, a solid good to excellent rating. The combination of stable, relatively mild weather for late October, cooling yet still active water temperatures, and fish driven by their pre-winter feeding instincts creates fantastic conditions for an active bite. So there you have it, friends, my personal forecast for what promises to be an exciting day on the water. I wish you all tight lines, full live wells and nipped tails, no scales out there. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more tips, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to late fall tactics, and what's the biggest fish you've ever landed in October?